GM, we are live. We are early. Good morning. We're also in a Best Ball Mania. I could not resist checking to see if this thing was about to fire. And as you can tell, it is fired. And I don't know where Jake is. Mr. Vinegar is late. 10 minutes early is now late. But good morning, Chris. Hope you're having a good one. Nobody got into this room. Again, I had a feeling, and I kind of wanted to start a few minutes early. Had some time. And, speaking of sneaking, we have the Sneak 3 in here. I don't know who that is, but very appropriate. We are on the clock. I actually had moved the sidekick because I was Badge Bros brawling. And let's get a little... No, you know what? We're low on CMC. Let's take CMC. Slightly underweight on him, and I'm taking him so much in Badge Bros Brawl. I'd like to grab him here. So good morning, everyone. Good morning, Skeletor. Hope your morning is going well. Likewise, Marilyn. Good morning to you. Appreciate you so much coming, hanging out. Mr. Worth, GM, we are getting very close to football season. The Hall of Fame game is now less than a week away, which means kickoff is probably, 5 weeks away? Days till NFL kickoff. 40 days. NFL season starts September 9th. Slightly later start than usual. I guess the way the calendar shook out, that's a few days later than last year. But 40 days till kickoff. And I have a lot more than 40 BBMs, 40 limbs, 40 Badge Bros Brawls left to do. So the math is not mathing right now. Got to pick up the pace in some of these contests. The news is coming like a fire hose. Stribling was the best pick on the board for about 18 hours. Between the Pearsall injury and the Debo signing, there was the halcyon days of Stribling. Oh my gosh, what did I just do? I just exited the draft. What am I doing? Sorry. A little technical issue. I just hit the back button. So let's take Derrick Henry there. I think CMC Henry is a perfectly fine start, maybe a little dusty, but no complaints there. Again, you're going to see the 3 through 5 hole. I talk about this every time. You end up in this position where just a lot of wide receiver starts from that particular position. If you don't pull up a Love, a Brees, a Kyron from there, and most people don't. So you do see a lot of 2 receiver, and then you have to decide if you don't like that running back tier, all of a sudden you're looking very 0 RB. So not really sure what you can do to combat that. Might just be that's where you're getting those teams from. You could try to pull up one of this CMC, Genty, Taylor range. And and then probably not get too crazy in the second round so you don't end up nuking your projection by getting a combo you can get later in the draft, basically foregoing a second round pick. But I know you all are too wise to let that happen. So let's see for us at best price on him, but I think he's going to be moving into the back end of the second round sooner than later. So yeah, he goes at 28. I could see him rising up to probably around pick 23, 24 if I had to guess where he's going to settle. So let's see what happens. Rashee Rice at the top of the kick. McBride next. I think I want to make this what do I want to do, guys? I don't know. I think T. Higgins is my favorite in this range. I've been trying to get more Ibuka. I only have 1%. But you know what? We gotta stand for something here. So let's take Higgins. Between Higgins and Flowers, I don't know if I want to make this a Trey McBride team. I don't know if I want to start my day with that. Brian the Goober, we are early. I didn't really have a great reason to wait till 8:30. I was all set up. My wife is working on something. So I figured I would just start early today. Again, I would prefer to make some of my streams longer. It's better for the algo. I think the viewers like it. You kind of hit a groove and then you stop and Usually if I end, it's because I got something to come up, but try to extend some of these. We will see. Emo Cowboy, good morning. Emo, the tower last night was fantastic. Y'all show with Spags was very, very good, Emo. So I just wanted to shout you out. Appreciate you so much coming in, hanging out. We are live, Crutches. We are live. We're of course keeping an eye on the Rocket Mortgage. I say I'm keeping an eye, and I changed tabs, so I don't actually have the leaderboard up right now, but I can gonna have to pull it on. I don't have too much invested this morning, but I am pulling for your guy Decky. We don't want the Decky ejection today. Of course, Emo, appreciate you. I do have to change a couple settings on my end here. Look at this. Stefan finished 150 PBM entries. I opened the stream talking about how I am concerned I'm not going to get everything done. It is getting dark and late as far as finishing our Best Ball Mania drafts. All right, Tootin at 42. Holy moly. That is aggressive. Josh, Jake, you know what? Let's take our guy Scatabo. Let's take our king, Cam Scatabo here. He's a sneaky beneficiary of the neighbors stuff. The more that offense is clicking, the better for Scat. I think this is not one of those zero-sum games. I think this is like a rising tide situation where if neighbors is healthier early, they're going to be scoring more touchdowns. You don't want drive stalling out. So I am I don't want to say more in on Scatabo. We still have to deal with Nagy, which is not great, but I'm pretty into that. And besides, if we don't take Jacobs now, that opens us up to everyone's favorite Marshawn Lloyd click late. Stuck in neutral for Decky. No, that's not. We don't want that. We want Decky in the mix. We want Sunday Decky where he's just like charging up. We put on sub chat. I'll ask early if you can like the stream. Get that out of the way. Like the stream. Sub to the channel. All these things help a ton. Yeah, Emo's exit interview was a tour de force. It was fantastic stuff. Yeah, at least he's not, ejecting. Crutch is waiting as much as he can. Bachelor's Brawl this week, starting a limb, second half of August, the main ones. Yeah, I think that's the kind of cadence I'm going as well, Crutches. I really want to max Bachelor's Brawl. I will be bummed if I don't get it. All right, Bucky goes Judkins next on the list. So I think if we had taken Flowers, maybe sliding doors, we get Lamar Jackson here. I agree with the kick. Let's get Mr. Judkins aboard. So we got CMC, Henry, Scatabo, Judkins, and T. Higgins. Of course, if we took Flowers, we would be heavily invested in the Ravens. As it stands, our ADP lines up with Burrow. Let me just pop him into the queue so I don't forget that. And that, of course, gives us one of our favorite Week 17 games, the Ravens-Bengals stack. And we can play it from the Bengals side, at least as far as the passing game goes. But again, we could plan all we want. We might not get him. Yeah, it was great. It was great. Yeah, exactly. Tom Coughlin, if you're on time, you're late. If you're on time, you're late. Easy. But appreciate you so much coming in, hanging out. I have rumor that easy DFS.xyz will be fully operational for football season. So, who knows? Maybe we'll have a little overlay for some BRs. Assuming BR still exists. Underdog acquired by a UK group. I guess they had to wait for the temperatures to cool off. Everyone was sweating, but they got the acquisition done. I'm very happy for Hope, Newman, Rudman, Pete. I do, of course, worry about the future of our games, as everyone does. Pete in his newsletter did seem to say everything would chug along as normal. I'm inclined to believe him. I certainly hope so. But again, it's always when things change, it always makes us a little nervous. But I am hopeful that things do not change on us, because I do love doing this, and I don't want our beloved best ball and draft games to go away. I took Burrow there. Was tempted to take Warren. I really like Warren, but I did want to lean into this Bengals stack here. Easy says, who knows, but follows it up, but we will be live for sure. Excellent. Excellent. Crutches will start a set of a limb slows in the next couple days, waiting for this. Yeah. Yeah. So Crutches is highlighting yesterday was the line of demarcation. If you want to be 95% sure you will not end up with 4-hour clocks. So everyone was super sweatily aping into slow drafts yesterday. So if you're worried about that, you want to ape in today, because now you're probably about 93% sure. First early, second emo had an emo's exit interview was a few days ago on the I think it's on the So You Think You Can Tout channel. And then emo was on Toxic Tower yesterday. It was pretty solid. Tiger Uppercut GM to you. GM to you. Yeah, Crutches throwing away my retainers in honor of the acquisition. Yeah. Again, I really just hope everything is just smooth sailing for us, but it's you do want to I'm so excited for again, for Pete, Hope, Numi, Rudman. These, I mean, they worked their tails off. This site was nothing 6 years ago, and now it is created a huge ecosystem behind it. So I just want to see that ecosystem continue. Go AZ Cards. The one from the other week, emo, was super positive for Pete and the judging S tier, I believe he said. Yeah. All right, we are coming up on the clock. We probably do need a wide receiver. The sidekick seems to believe that it should be Metcalf. I think I agree with the sidekick there. I don't really like QJ very much. I'm fine that the sidekick doesn't like him either. Yeah, I have 5%, and I have really I'm okay if that stays pretty low. Yeah, I agree with this, Crutches. Is if you can show they're not like even a loss leader, that it's a net zero and they just bring people into the funnel and it costs nothing to, like, you're actually making money, then why would you get rid of it? I really hope that that's how they see it. But again, you just never know. I mean, there's a lot of licenses and regulations, all 50 states. You have to like maintain stuff, and they might just, again, hopefully the numbers show that they make money off of it, which I think they do. It's just not a lot. It's kind of a drop in the bucket, but as long as it's making money, you know, I think we should be good. And again, that's what Pete in his newsletter seemed to suggest, that his opinion, we were probably gonna be all right. Yeah, people want to know. Well, Skeletor is asking when live. Well, first of all, probably when draft games ish go live. But we all want to know when Easy goes live on stream next. That's what we want to know. When do we get Easy streams? Because Easy streams are absolutely elite. They're like, it's like seeing a comet. Like, you don't necessarily know when they're coming, but when they do, you gotta watch. I guess maybe there's a schedule of comets if you Google that. Anyway, the sidekick wants Rico Dowdle. I've been pretty Blake Corum pilled. However, I'm going to agree with our friends over at Leg Up and take Dowdle. I think this gives me some interest in Aaron Rodgers. I'm also think maybe that I'm over-indexing Warren being the unquestioned starter. It really might be more of a 50-50, or Warren could just be the complimentary back he's kind of been his whole career, and Dowdle gets the goal line stuff, and we know he can catch passes. So, don't need to be super light on Dowdle. I think this is, of all teams, this makes sense. Yeah, license. Yeah, they have. We need a license for that, mate. Yeah, exactly. Easy. I do worry about that, about the UK site wanting to deal with American regulators and just deciding it's figuring out how that works. But I don't know. I mean, I would hope if anything they would just spin off the draft games into something else. I mean, I don't know how that would work, but like, why would you just kill something that makes money and has a huge dedicated user base? Like, I would think it would have value to somebody. Again, I don't like change. I just want it to stay the same. I don't want to be doing it on like Overcat, like the spinoff of Underdog. Danny64, GM to you. GM to you. Stefan, we are I would love to be able to customize anything. I think right now we just want to be a We just want to be alive tomorrow. That's all we want. And we want Jake Knapp to miss the cut. We're asking for a lot today. We're asking for a lot on this channel. Michael Pittman there. Gosh, I have interest in doing Pittman, Metcalf, but we might really be too all in on the let me take Fannin. I think I'm light on Fannin. I wonder if the Dart rises a little bit because of Neighbors steaming up. I feel like I didn't see Dart too much in the kick. I do like Dart and Scatabo. You know, I think if they do more designed passes, that could be big. I don't really know what the scheme is going to look like. Scatabo is an outstanding pass catcher. When the plays break down, Dart's going to run for his life. He's not going to dump it to Scat, so you lose that. But if they actually have some design stuff, I think that could be good. So we'll see. Oh yeah, Tom's our ambassador. We're good. I know. It just DK withdrawing from the UK because their stuff was too big a pain in the ass. Like we see some of this cross-border stuff is not great. Crutches says, "Are we sure it's not a UK site that bought them to get exposure to the US market?" That would be great. I would be fine with that. Underdog raised at a 1.2 valuation a year ago before they released PM, so there's a hope it's some underlying value on the non-PMs. I think we're valuable, Easy. I think we're very valuable. UK people, if you're watching, look at this. You don't want to lose this. You don't want this over on evil, wicked DraftKings who abandoned your country at the first sign of trouble. You don't want that. Romeo Dobbs is at the top of the sidekick, so maybe I should have listened and taken Aaron Rodgers earlier. But I think, Aaron Rodgers, good God. Drake May earlier. Let's listen. Let's take Romeo Dobbs. So we have kind of a weird team. We got Burrow, CMC, Henry, Scatabo, Judkins, Rico Dowdle, T. Higgins, DK Metcalf, Romeo Dobbs, and Harold Fannin. This is kind of a wonky team, but I can't say I hate it. I think it's different than a lot of the teams I normally build, which is nice. No one is taking a shot at you, Crutches. No one is, Gunnar Ross. No one's taking shots. Koivan MC would be fantastic. We would like that. Gunnar Ross, GM to you. Hope your day's going well. Yeah, Crutches is referring to the unwashed masses that are just chirping at everyone on Twitter. Not you, Gunnar Ross. You are buttoned up. GM to you, Fantasy Pill. Hope your day is going well. Crutches, we needed to see him get to -5 before we get weird 3 putts. I don't like this. I don't have the leaderboard up, but I don't like it. Anything you want me to say in Austin? Yes, the ship chasing meetup in Austin. I do want to get to one of these. I almost made it last year. Nobody cares about that, but I had a schedule thing come up last minute. I couldn't go. I want to go to a ship chasing meetup. I think it would be a ton of fun. But you know what? I'm just gonna have to make it to the Dog Bowl to see some of the community members. So that's gonna be the plan. The UK, they left the UK for no reason, Emo. I guess no reason. I think they could have made it work. I thought it was cool that you could play DFS in the UK, and then they just fled in the dark of night. I don't know if it was in the dark of night. I think there were probably several announcements leading up to it. All right, the sidekick wants us to take Baker. I'm going to take Shakir. I'm going to go to the second click just because I kind of have concepts of a plan at quarterback. I think I'm going to try to get like a Malik Willis type with my next pick, and then take Aaron Rodgers late because we're going to be banking on the Steelers. I think Khalil Shakir, for a team where I was super light at wide receiver early, I think he's going to give me at least some production. Malik Willis goes immediately after, so there went that. Anyone talk about Dog Bowl odds now? I really hope that they don't like muck with that. Again, I just hope they leave draft games alone. Yeah, Crutches, realistically, new management isn't making massive changes this soon. That is true. I hope so, man. I hope, Gunnar Ross, that they run the Dog Bowl this year. But again, I think it sounds like the people who I don't, are in the know or at least have more information than I do seem to think it's going to be business as usual, at least in the immediate future. So I am optimistic. The biggest Debo bull case is he will be 19, not number 1. Ooh, we'll get to that in a second, Artillery Frost. To me, that's kind of bearish. The number 1 is very slimming. Debo in 19, it could just look like wide load coming through. Danny Dimes goes, oh my gosh, we have to grab CJ Stroud. I think we have to take Stroud here. So yes, CJ Stroud. I'm into Stroud. I've said that many times. I'm gonna put Debo into my queue. I don't know if anyone in this draft is watching the channel, but Debo is going to be rising up. I don't think that ADP of 163 is real at all anymore. Emo thinks Dog Bowl's good. Debo to the moon. We were talking about this in Discord, and people were suggesting he was going to rise to like the 120s. If he's in the 120s, I don't want him. This guy he's kind of dusty, and he doesn't want to run out of the backfield anymore. Like, if you're telling yourself, ooh, I don't need to draft Black or James, I can take Debo and he's the real backup to CMC, I think you're deluding yourself. I don't think that's actually in the range of outcomes. He didn't want to run out of the backfield two years ago. He doesn't want to do it anymore. Yeah, I hope it's planned out. I want to know where it is. I want to know where the dog bowl is. Honestly, Burrow, Rodgers, Shadur is fine. Ugh. I don't want to have to take Shadur, man. Events team have to have it done months in advance, though they've done a good job not leaking it. Shady says, my recollection is the UK stuff was a cascade of Brexit. Is that what it was, Shady? First of all, Shady was on yesterday. Absolutely awesome show. I had so much fun drafting and talking with you, Shady. Thank you again for coming on. And of course, Shady was a huge supporter of the channel after my exit from So You Think You Can Tout. So I just wanted to thank you again for the memberships and for coming on yesterday. So really appreciate it. And in honor of that, let's grab Debo here. I thought Debo would come around. It was a little bit of a gamble that in a non-stream draft, I might get Debo at 150. I think that's going to be pretty darn tough to get in the future. I think he will be significantly higher. So, Joel, I have to exit and rejoin my draft all the time now. Like, I have to exit Underdog and join back in. It happens more if I navigate to other things on my phone. And normally if I'm drafting, I'm not just staring at the draft screen between picks. So I have had huge problems with Underdog on my phone. Brian says, we heard some rumors they may not, the NBA Dog Bowl, they might not do it, but it wasn't clear if it was NBA or NFL. Ugh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Shady noting, I could see them canning live events. I could see that too. I mean, DraftKings got rid of King of the Beach, and I just don't know if those companies see them as helpful. My hope is that I don't know. It almost felt like they use it as like a company retreat in addition to the event. I mean, they had dozens and dozens of people there, when those kind of things disappear. But, with the amount of rake versus the payout, I think they probably still make money on it. So I don't know. But yeah, that is a concern. I really like chasing those live finals. 19 was a problem. Number 1 Debo was bad. Yeah. I don't think it's the number, man. I think that's the issue. But I'll happily take him at pick 150. I think that's more than okay. Denzel Boston, he goes. So there that went. I think let's agree with the kick here. We'll take Schultz. We did take Stroud on this team. So to recap real quick, we got Burrow and Stroud, CMC, Henry, Scatabo, Judkins, Rico Dowdle, T. Higgins, DK Metcalf, Romeo Dobbs, Shakir, Debo, and then Fannin and Schultz. I like this team. I feel like it's coming out pretty good. Desktop only clicks for me. Yeah, I agree. I would hope that that the ship has already left port as far as this year. If there was no like fantasy golf world championship, I would be streaming this from my own private island. But alas, I simply must chase these live finals. Emo thinks best ball's fine this year. Yes, I would think we're good. I think we are good. NBA dog bowl. Yeah, exactly. Crutches. It felt like it was kind of the offsite. They have so few employees left. W for Omega, cheers. Cheers to you, W for Omega. I don't know if the cheers is just from the UK or it's just cheers generally, but appropriate either way, W for Omega. Thanks for hanging. We are coming up. I might grab Aaron Rodgers just because I told you all I would, and I don't want to make a liar out of me as far as the plan for this team. And gosh, Jerry Jeudy is so hard for me to get to. Jerry Judy's hard for me to get to. Jeremy Bernard also. I'm a little worried about our king, Jeremy Bernard. I have a ton of him, as you can see, 18%. I don't know. I don't know where the camp buzz is. I don't know where the camp buzz is on Bernard, but I do like him maybe as coming along late season. But if he can't beat out Roman Wilson, we were never going to win anyway. So I guess that's how I talk myself into it. Yes. Everything going wrong in the golf front. Yeah, appreciate you, Shady. Yeah, Chad says comments have no schedule, and Haley's comment will be back in 2016. Yeah, the comment thing was a bad example. To be fair to me, though, is that comments can kind of come out of nowhere. We have our comments that we know are on a schedule, but if they come from not the typical plane of the solar system, they can just come out of nowhere, and we can have limited warning as to them. So, you know, if we want to get super in the comet weeds, it's you know, they can come from weird directions other than just the plane of the solar system. DK merged King of the Beach into King of the Desert, which didn't exist. FanDuel removed all of them. Okay, yeah, I think there was like one year where they had both, and I think I didn't realize that meant that King of the Beach was gone. Like, I think the final year of King of the Beach, then the next event was King of the Desert, and then there was no King of the Beach. So that does make sense. Oh man, Jerry Jeudy here. Woo. Do we take Jerry Jeudy in Best Ball Mania? You know what? Let's do it. Because the one thing about Jeudy that I'm not baking in, that I mentally think could easily happen, is he just gets traded. I could see Jeudy going somewhere useful, which I think would benefit both the Cleveland rookies and the Jerry Jeudy himself. So let's grab him there. Gunnar Ross has enough Debo for, yeah, fortunately I have a ton of Debo. The kick was pretty high on him. I have I think, scrolling across my exposures, I'm looking at my exposures and my ticker. I really thought I would have had Debo above 12%. I guess not. I'm surprised he's not in my top 5. Yeah, copy paste late. I don't like it either. I am not a big fan of the update. But happy Friday to you, Purple Yosh. Appreciate you coming, hanging out. Hope your day's going well. Likewise, Willie MM, you too. I think best ball's good, Fantasy Pill. I worry about the daily games just a little bit, so we'll see. We'll see. But I do agree. I think best ball is on the ascent. Yeah, Kyler. If you are listening to too much Camp Buzz, you now are genuinely worried that Kyler is going to lose his job to JJ McCarthy. I think that is July 30th foolishness. All right, we are on the clock. Tank Dell at the top of the kick. He does make a lot of sense. Pat Fryermuth. All right, let's go Dell. Pat Fry is pretty fun. We do already have Metcalf and Dowdle. Might be a little bit much. I might have a really gross tight end click late, so stay tuned. You know, if you're thinking about leaving, don't, because we might end up going deep into the bag. Stefan, I have a lot of Chris Brazzell, man. I have like 14% Chris Brazzell. It's not good. I didn't even mention that, but not good. Copy paste laid. Hey, thank you so much for joining. I will get your candle rocking and rolling after this draft. Really appreciate the support. Thank you. This, Shady correctly noting the Comet would have a schedule. We just don't know it. That's fair. Yeah, it was a pretty bad analogy I went with, I gotta say. It was, but you know what? Maybe Easy has a schedule. We just don't know it. Maybe it actually is a really good analogy. Like Easy in his mind knows when he's going live, just we don't. So maybe we're back. Yeah, Gunnar Ross doesn't want to believe in 9. Crutches says it's not BS, but struggles Kyler having his new offense adjustment. A little growing pains. It's just a little bit of growing pains. Yeah, W for Omega decimated 30% Pearsall and 24% pre and post Brazel. Oof. Yeah, that's rough. W for Omega. I was light on Pearsall. I think I had 5% post draft. I don't remember pre draft, but I didn't really like him. But I had a lot of Chris Brazel in both pre and post. So that was a big bummer. And it seemed like the bet was actually like trending the right way. All right, I promise you all a gross click. Where are you? Eric All. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take my first Eric All share. Apparently, this guy got hit by a bus in Greece and was okay. So maybe that just tells you this guy has insane run bad as far as life. I haven't seen Eric All get drafted. I don't know if the good folks at Leg Up have him rated highly at all. But I'm going to take him. I think it's kind of fun. Could be god awful. I probably should have just taken Keenan Allen as the kick was recommending. But that'll wrap this team. We got Burrow, Stroud, Aaron Rodgers, CMC, Henry, Scatabo, Judkins, Rico Dowdle, T. Higgins, Metcalf, Romeo Dobbs, Khalil Shakir, Debo, Jerry Jeudy, Tank Dell, and then Fannin, Schultz, and Eric All. I don't know. Brian the Goober got a falling Kyler, 126. Yeah, Brian streamed last night on G for Gumby's channel. They're saying it's addition by subtraction, the solo streams from Brian. No, in all seriousness, I do really enjoy both. I like when you guys stream together, but Brian, you are very talented as a solo streamer. I just want to say I've enjoyed those. W for 22% Pearsall. Brutal fantasy pill. Brutal. Yeah, if Kyler keeps falling, I think we're going to end up with a lot of him. Yeah. There's also like random rooms where people are just like out on Kyler. Like the Call of Duty people. Yeah, it's rough. Richard, you are lucky, see? You are lucky that Chris Brazel came and went like one of those comets that comes by the solar system once and never returns. We're all in on comets today. Yeah, Joel noting if DK can run and fill a $20 million best ball contest, best ball stock. Yeah, I'm not worried about best ball. I think this is such a perfect format for people. That I'm not worried. I'm worried about the daily draft games. I'm worried about that. I don't know, Artillery Frost. That's a little esoteric for 8:53 in the morning. I don't know if comets make a sound. Do they have enough atmosphere around them? It's very small, but it means it probably has something, but it's probably very, very hard to hear. This is true. Copy paste Slade. Again, new member with a real positive outlook. If you have 25%, 75% you don't have. GM to you, Greg, long-suffering Dolphins fan. Appreciate you. This is true. Not all of our teams are dead. Fantasy Pill likes the Eric All. I don't know how I feel about it, but you know what? I haven't clicked him the entire summer, and I want to be a trendsetter here. Is he a gross click or fun zero? I've taken him in 20-round stuff. I'm hoping he's not a zero. So I guess a fun click is the opposite. I don't know. It could be fun. Vikings fan would start a revolt in the stadium if they take McCarthy as starter. I mean, the only way that happens is if Kyler really looks incompetent. Like, they can't completely ignore if he's like awful for the next month and a half of training camp. But I don't think that's going to happen. Like, again, as Crutches noted, he's learning a new offense. Yeah, W for Omega. I don't think Gesicki has any kind of great moat around him. And who knows? I mean, I'm taking a lot of Michael Mayer, so I'm willing to take someone who is very, very, very clearly behind and is only going to be useful in certain situations you know, if they do a lot of 12, or if you know, something happens to Bowers, whereas Eric All could easily be running more routes by the end of the season. So I don't know. I don't hate it. It does seem like he's back and healthy, and you know, I think, what did Burrow say? Like, he trusts him. Yeah, join the chat. Hey, thanks, Easy. Hope your day's going well. Yes, it could be both, a fun click and a growth zero. Yeah. 20 million prize pool is a drop in the bucket for DK, as Shady notes. Shady notes. It's for us it's big, but yeah. And you can see this, like, when you zoom out on fantasy football, like, you know, the fantasy footballers have how many 100,000 or million subscribers or whatnot, and then, you know, a large best ball channel will have, you know, 10,000 subscribers. Like, the best ball niche is very small, but I do feel like it could get bigger. I feel like best ball is the perfect format for, like, today's day and age, where all you have to do is draft and not do anything. Like, I do feel like it does scratch an itch, and, you know, the younger generation is very itchy. Crutches. We need Decky. We need Decky because we need crutches. I think it's just because it's small. Copy paste laid. I think it's just small in the grand scheme of things. WF Mega was told by a reliable in space, no one can hear you scream. Well, I'm just saying, on a comet, there is technically like a really thin atmosphere around some of them. The best ball boom has. We are so early. It's the first inning. All right, let me get copy paste Lade's candle, and then I'm gonna hop into another BBM. But don't worry, I will let you know before I hop in. Uh-oh. We like to see this. I hope that it's never seen a lawnmower. Oh, wait. There's a request for the Badge Bros Brawl. If people would prefer the Badge Bros Brawl, because I want to max that, so I can definitely do that. Did I lose audio? I moved away from my mic, but if I'm dead, let me know. If you can't hear me, tell me. All right, copy, paste, Lade. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. Let me know. Am I still nuked? Is my audio still out? Audio is good. Okay. All right. Yeah, I moved away from the mic, and I think it just decided it didn't want to play anymore. All right, hold on. And it is the 31st. So copy paste Lade. Appreciate you. Let's get this rocking and rolling. And then, yeah, let's do a Badge Bros Brawl. I really do want to max that. And again, these are hard to time for people to join. Copy paste Lade, thank you. Welcome to the Wax Pack. We will get you rolling there. And let me hop into a Badge Brothers Brawl. Where are you? We are waiting for 4. All right, so we might get some friends and or family into the room. If you want to get in, fill it up. I'm just going to move the kick out of the way for this. And in the meantime, the much ballyhooed. Oh my God, why is it so fuzzy? There we go. There we go. $1,000 deposit matches. Yeah, grab your deposit match today. We're good. All right, excellent. Excellent. Yeah, W4 Omega. We are seeing a bump in. Yeah, Dynasty has gotten so big. Dynasty's gotten really big. So it is funny. The hyper managed and the non-managed. All right, so this is brutal. I know Tyler 2121. They are super high volume drafter, if I remember right. Easy, crutches, myself, Angle X. Super, Angle X is a very sharp drafter, was at the Dog Bowl. And of course, Mr. Worth at the 6, myself at the 4. So this is tough. Okay. Yeah, Marilyn, it sounds like I am coming through for most people. This is good news. This is good news. We do want We do want Ben Griffin to struggle. All right. Easy's in the next 5 lobbies. So if you want to catch someone multi-tabling, you can grab him now. Oh, that's so weird, Brian. You have to close. That sounds like maybe it was a YouTube thing. Because I don't know why anything I would do that. But appreciate you going through the trouble of exiting and coming back. And while you're coming back, if you can, drop a like, drop a sub. These things all help. I think I meant to bring this up. It doesn't look like I did. But yeah, best ball on call. Dynasty feels like you really have to have like a core of people who are friends outside just the league. I don't know. It's hard to, or like you're all like in the same like fantasy circles. All right, here we go. Gibbs, Bijan, and now Mr. Crutches on the clock. I'm sorry, Go AZ Cards. I'm sorry you didn't get in. All right, let's take Puka. Let's make a Puka team. It's going to be hard for me to keep the board up just because we're in the middle. And I think people draft a little faster in the stream draft sometimes. GM to you, Bird Enthusiast. Hope you're having a great one. Oh, yes, back in the fescue. Back in the fescue. All right. All right, we are. Oh, yeah, we just take Jonathan Taylor here. So we got Puka, Jonathan Taylor. Maryland left and came back. It's working. All right. Yeah, so weird. So weird. Joel's been having to refresh the stream. Maybe a YouTube thing. Okay. Well, I appreciate all of you who are doing that because that sounds like a pain. So thank you for hanging despite the issues. Nez, where's Nez? Is Nez here? Well, you know what? We are in his contest in the Badge Bros Brawl. Famously, I was drafting a Badge Bros Brawl late at night, and Nez was in the room, and he used the full clock on every single pick. And I was kind of like, and then I'm like, you know what? I would do the same thing. If there was a Chad Bros Brawl, and I was in the room, I would make everybody stare at my name for 30 seconds every time. I'd say, you are going to watch me for 9 minutes of your life. You're just going to see my name there. So I'm like, I can't even blame him. Fair play. But appreciate you, Ty. Only two. Well, I think there's more than that. But appreciate you. Appreciate you, PPR Tyler. Do we want Omari and Hampton? Let's just go with that. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna 150 max it. So I don't want to have like a fade on Hampton and then it's week 17 and the Chargers are scoring points and I'm like, why did I not draft any Hampton? Let's do it. Let's get there. 5 feet for back to back. Yeah, the easy. I love this. The 6-mans are really fun. Mr. Worth is hogging all the running backs. He says, I read something about bullying the room. All right, you know what, Mr. Worth? That's fine. I'll take Derrick Henry here. So we got JT, Hampton, Henry, Puka, Nakua. I mean, these drafts are so fun. I mean, you get these just like insane teams. Gunnar Ross has been weird. Yeah. Yeah. No, BBR Tyler, appreciate you. Best of luck. Monday. So you think you can tout finale drops? We are all pulling for PPR Tyler. Want to see you take it down? I will be streaming Monday morning, so we'll be the unofficial lead in to Best Ball Breakfast. And so you think you can tout? So get your day started here. What better way to start your Monday? I have 100% of a player and 80% of 2 others in this. Whose candles 100% target? And where will I grab Debo? You know what's funny is I was taking Stribling in round 18 yesterday in this. Don't tell anyone. It's super embarrassing. So I would take Debo in round 18 if I really wanted to. I don't know that I will. I'm just not that high on Debo. Like, I like the idea of a not 100% owned guy that could score a lot of fantasy points. I just don't know if I really believe in Debo with a nuclear ceiling. I'm going to take Loveland. He's the guy I'm very high on. As for my 100% target, I'm reluctant to say it on stream because I will be in this room with a lot of people, but honestly, it's Parker Washington. I take Parker Washington like a round ahead of ADP. I think he's such a smash. I think he should be going a round ahead of where he goes, and I think he might be the key to the kingdom. So I take a lot of him. Yeah, managed is rough, Stefan. I find myself caring about my managed less and less. See who Angle X takes here. I'm happy with either Flowers or Higgins. If we take Flowers, we have a massive Baltimore bet, which gets squirrely because Lamar Jackson's unlikely to fall to us. I don't hate it, but I think I'd kind of lean Higgins. Igbuka and Olave are fine. We could go that direction as well. Flowers goes. So now the question is Higgins or Olave. I think I'll take T. Higgins. Burrow kind of falls in that sweet spot where I'm taking my first quarterback pretty often. So we'll grab Higgins. You do have to worry about the Jamar Chase drafter, aka crutches in this one. So we'll see who's drafting first. Yeah, I'm drafting at 69. So again, don't like to telegraph. Oh wait, he's at 51. I was using the wrong ADPs. So yeah, so he's actually crutches actually has my has the inside track if I don't want to grab Burrow ahead of ADP. So that's something to keep an eye on that I kind of didn't keep an eye on. Rumor is PPR Tyler quit GNC because he was gifted 750 site credits. I believe I saw PPR Tyler hard at work closing up GNC yesterday. GNC is lucky to have Tyler, people are saying. I don't mind people using the 8 hours of clock in slows. If you join a slow, that's assumption of the risk. People are going to do what they do. Ladd goes, that's a little annoying because I would have taken Ladd in Hampton and Lamar Jackson comes back to us. All right. If I'm going to probably miss on Burrow, I can take McLaurin there, and then maybe we'll grab Jaden Daniels instead. So let's see if that plan pans out. I could have taken Lamar, done Lamar Henry. I think that's more than fine in Badge Bros Brawl. Spawn in the rough 41 yards for 3 and dunks it. Yeah. Why not? Why not? Yeah, easy. I don't understand. It's if people want to use all 8 hours, they can. Like, more power to you as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to take Warren. Let's do a little bit of double elite tight end stuff. I think that's kind of fun. I think you can get away with that in Badge Bros Brawl. We're not going to do like double elite QB. This way I can take like a last round tight end that's going to be super low owned. So let's do that. Easy from my queue. Figured though. I missed that. We do a little donating in sharp rooms for entertainment. Yeah. This is a sharp room. This even I'm not saying this because I'm in here, but everyone else in here is sharp. You could decide for yourself on my caliber here. But this is a pretty tough room. You've got to draft. Go easy cards. Good shot. I want one team with T-Law, BTJ, Parker, Washington, Hunter stack. Yeah, you can take Travis Hunter every time if you want him. Fantasy pill. Oh, 22% Pearsall. Brutal. But yeah, hey, you've got 78% without him. That's fair. Don't reach on QBs. Prefer to punt. No one else that I like is there. And yeah, Crutch is noting 8 hours for Elims max info. I found myself in the like 150s, 160s with Debo available. So I got a lot of Debo in my puppy slows yesterday and this morning, frankly, too. So again, I'm not super duper into Debo, but I will definitely take him as an ADP value. So Burrow did come to us. Jaden Daniels is here. With that in mind, what I'm going to do is something a little wonky. I'm going to take Devontae. I don't think I have much Devontae Puka. And I'm going to hope that Ingle X and J-Dubs. Oh, J-Dubs doesn't have a quarterback. I misread the board, actually. I thought he had a quarterback. I was going to assume only one quarterback went between these two drafters. It's very likely to go, in which case I misplayed this, I think. But let's see what happens. I think I will get one of Burrow or Daniels. Burrow's a little weird to take unstacked to begin with. Yeah, Jaden Daniels goes. Could Ingle X take Burrow? Sure, but he doesn't have Higgins or yeah. So we'll grab Joe Burrow. So we did get away with it, and now with Puka and Devontae, we probably have rights on Stafford, who doesn't even get taken every time. So I think he could be kind of our late pocket passer. Decky missing the 5-footer. Yeah. I don't like it. That's just 2-week notice at GNC. Didn't want to leave his teammates in the lurch. Yeah, we need PPR Tyler to be winning those site credits, Maryland. We need Tyler to take down the contest. I am guilty. Too many snap picking in the new $1 tournament star on my picks and let the clock run out. Yeah. I had not done the $1 tournament. I have thought about making ranks and then entering them as fast and then just letting the gods decide my team. I did not do that with the last one, but I might do that this one. But I also don't really care if my like total number of drafts is low. Like I feel like I am not a low volume drafter. I don't necessarily need to just like add 100 whatever to the tally to feel like I'm getting it done, which feels like what I'd be doing. Yeah, see, this is where I just take Parker Washington. I like him more than Odunze, Tate, BTJ, and Tyson. I have 2 elite running backs. I don't really care about Bucky or Price. I know I'm just like telling you guys why I'm doing this and you might not care, but I just think Parker Washington belongs in that range. And so he is my stand in this tournament. So there we go. We'll take Parker Washington. I want more Parker Washington Tootin teams. I weirdly like miss Tootin a lot. He went a pick 51 here. Again, that's one of the risks of going like really heavy early running back is you kind of can miss that tier that goes between like 50 and 60 in normal drafts because they go really fast in these. So again, that's just something I've been trying to get more of and don't have. All right. So for our next quarterback, T-Law is live. We did talk about Stafford. We could create another stack. Let's see what Angle X does here. Do I love Rome Odunze? Not really. I don't know. I'm almost thinking T-Law because I do have this little week 17 thing with McLaurin, and I don't necessarily want to miss that. Let's do that. Let's do that. So we'll take T-Law. I'd like to have a little more than just a T-Law Parker Washington skinny stack, but I don't mind if that's all I have. It is easy. How you feel about these players really comes out in Badge Bros Brawl. 100%. Yeah, in Maryland, people should take their time you can take your time in fast drafts as well. I'll say that. I'll say that. But sometimes when it's very clear who people are taking, just taking 30 seconds like to take a player is kind of can be a little bit annoying, but yeah, people, please take your time. Take your time. Stefan can see Debo having one of those 5 for 65 and 2 TD games. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Again, I take him. I'm not like, oh my gosh, this is such a smash. He's back with the Niners because there's some world where Debo is just not nearly the supreme athlete as he used to be. All right, we are coming up. What do we want to do? I think Tyson would be a pretty fun click here. I mean, Jadarian Price at a certain point does make a lot of sense. George Kittle goes. Let's grab Tyson here. Yeah, let's grab Tyson here, and then we'll get a little fancy at the end. When you do these Badge Bros brawls, sometimes you can kind of plan how you want to end the team, especially when you're taking players that don't get taken every time. And so I think what we're going to do is grab a couple running backs, Stafford, and then we'll end with one of our tight ends. I don't know if we're going to take Eric All in this. I do have Burrow, but I might lack the courage to take Eric All. But man, how fancy would that be? How fancy would that be? All right, let's do it. Jadarian Price, fine. I don't like Jadarian Price that much, but I do see a world where they actually use their first round running back on a team that's going to run the ball a ton. Easy. If I'm multi-tabling fast, especially dailies, I'll bleed clock to piss people off. I mean, I don't hate that, Easy. I don't hate that. I mean, you do, we are, it is technically a zero-sum game. So Crutches figured 2 tight ends would go, but not all 3. What happened? Let's see. Oh yeah, Laporta, Fannin, and Pitts all went 3 picks to 2 drafters. Yeah, but you do have Bowers, so you know you'll be okay. But it is funny when you're like, okay, surely I get one of them. Not with our friend Easy in here. I mean, the other thing about Bachelor Brawl is you can get like Mahomes Kelsey every time. Although there was that picture circulating Twitter where Kelsey looks like he's been dining with Debo. So, you know. Maryland always take my full time in fast draft. Need time to process, especially the first pick at the turn. 100%. 100%. I have no qualms with that. I was mostly just giving Nez a hard time because I know Nez does not need the full 30 seconds. He's been in many of these rooms. Warren goes. Let's take Jonathan Brooks. I don't love that he went from being no, I'm going to take Steph. No, I'm going to take Brooks. I don't know why J-Dubs would take Stafford. That would be weird. I mean, he could because he's watching the stream and it would be a good bit. But yeah, I would be surprised if he took Stafford. That wouldn't make a lot of sense. How greedy do we want to get? Where's the Kyron drafter? Where's Kyron? No, the Kyron drafter has 3 quarterbacks. All right. I'm going to take Blake Corum. Oh my gosh, I'm going to click the wrong button. I'm going to take Corum. I really like Corum in this contest as wide receiver 6. I might have flown too close to the sun. If we don't get Stafford, well, we'll figure it out. But I think it would again be weird for him to get taken, but you never know. Reels are not going to scroll themselves. Which oh yeah. watching reels and drafting. Willis, GM Chad finally got caught up in 2X. Excited to start my day off work watching. Hey, appreciate you, Willis. Means a lot you'd come in, hang out. Thank you. And again, if you can, everyone drop a like, drop a sub, leave a comment after. The Stribling is the greatest bit of our generation. It is true. We are stribbling through the pain. GM from I-69 North. I don't know where I-69 is or if this is like an emo cowboy bit, Mr. Vinegar. I don't know. I know it could be northbound because interstates ending in odd numbers run north-south and even run east-west. So it would be running north or south. So I don't know. Going to Michigan. There we go. So it's a real place. I'm easily fooled, though. Golf trip. Mr. Vinegar. Best of luck. I feel like you did one last year. Or was that like earlier in the season? Is this golf trip too? Didn't you go to the Carolinas? Did I make that up? I don't know. It's tough to keep track of all of you. 10.5 feet for Decky. Yeah. He was too close. All right, let's take Stafford. And then another guy I'm going to end up overweight on, but we'll wait for them to all go. May. Okay, yeah, so you did. It wasn't a year ago. May just feels like a year ago because Chris Brazzell wasn't hurt yet. Malik Willis, Mr. Worth, a man after my own heart, a man of taste and culture. I don't think Ingle X is going to steal Brenton Strange from me. So Brenton Strange I like. He doesn't get taken every time. He does let us double stack T-Law. So I feel like it's a pretty fun team. We got Burrow, T-Law, Matt Stafford, Jonathan Taylor, Omarion Hampton, Derrick Henry, Jadarian Price, Jonathan Brooks, and Blake Corum. Wide receiver room of Puka Nacua, T. Higgins, Terry McLaurin, Devontae Adams, Parker Washington, and Jordan Tyson. And then Loveland, Warren, and Strange. I guess if you wanted to quibble, you could say Brooks or Corum maybe should have been a receiver. But I have confidence in this wide receiver room, and I think we have a pretty fun running back room. I like the way it came up. BBM. Do people want to pivot to BBM? We could hop over to a BBM. Go Easy Cards. Vegas golf trip in Vegas. Well, it would have to be in Vegas, or it wouldn't be a Vegas golf trip. If you did a Vegas golf trip to Utah, I would be impressed. Might go to the Raiders Seahawks game. Yeah, I really want to see a game at in Vegas. I think that would be fun. Yeah, Sidekick is not support. I did not turn on Shady. They just the sidekick doesn't work for Badge Bros Brawl. Oh yeah, do people want an limb? But do people want to do? All right, type 1 for a limb, 2 for BBM, and I'll close the poll when I arbitrarily decide that one side is winning. We'll see who Tyler takes as Mr. Irrelevant. 1. What did I say? One was a limb. A limb. All right, we got 3 votes for a limb. I'm arbitrarily closing the poll. A limb wins. Eliminator wins. Waiting for 5. Waiting for 5. Hop on in. And let me pull up. Speaking of a limb, we should get Nathaniel to at least 75 subs. All right, he's at 73. I think we could get at least 2 of you all. He is out here grinding limbs. He's going to stream all 150 limbs. There's not a ton of eliminator content, and I think he's done a very good job. So I would recommend that. He is out there streaming in the late evenings typically if you can't catch it live. I think he's got good stuff, and I like some of these niche contests. Like we see Nathaniel doing the limbs. You have Neil Farley with really cool work on weekly winners in his website. I think there's an edge in these smaller sub contests. So yeah, give him a sub. He's working. Yeah, multi-tabling and streaming is very hard. So there you go. There you go. But all right, I appreciate. Yeah, Allegiant Stadium does look really nice. Crutches, did you actually hop in? Yes, you're in the 11. All right, we'll see who's in the room. I'm sorry, Goods. Everyone loves democracy until the vote goes against them. I'm sorry, Goods. You know what? I did want to do some more limbs here. I'm going to assume the sidekick wants Bijan, but I'm going to bring the kick back in. There we go. I did. We are so back. Missed it. I hate mobile. The mobile is rough, man. It's rough. Yeah, he made the 10.5 footer. He was too close. 5-6 feet too close. Marilyn says, go subscribe. Go subscribe. All right, let's see. He turns off the sidekick noise now. Yeah, the sidekick noise, I think when you're streaming is distracting for the viewers, but when you're on your own, it's nice. I quite like the sidekick noise, but again, for you all, it's could be kind of jarring. Jake Knapp still won over. We like to see that. Decky 4 under through 7 today. Needs to keep it moving. Needs to keep it going. All right, let's see who got into this. Who got into this room? We got myself at the 2. I think I know SMV 1986. Isn't that one of you? Let me know. That sounds familiar. I don't think this is Willis. Go AZ Cards in at the 8. Crutches at the 11. So pretty good room. Crutches can't imagine the noise. I like the noise, Crutches. I'm in on the noise. Because I also get distracted. I famously joined a draft, and then 30 seconds later I forget I joined, and then I get the notification. I'm on the clock. I'm like, how did I feel like a goldfish? You can share your tabs in StreamYard and not share its audio. Oh, that's true. That's true. Best of both worlds. Yeah. I'm trying to remember how to stop share. Oh wait, if I hit this. All right. I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna go for the best of both worlds here. Shout out to Go AZ Cards, best of both worlds. The also the name of the Star Trek Next Generation series finale. Mobile update is horrible. Yes. Yeah, Marilyn, I didn't get to watch last night's yet, but I am excited. Yeah, or OBS or whatever software you use. Yep. Yeah, I use StreamYard, but I think most people on Twitch were using OBS. I've never messed with that. Uh-oh, Nat bogeying par 5. Love to see that. Yes, the ending with 3 birdies was I was tilting my face off. Shout out, Chad. Shout out to you, Jim. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out. We got a little eliminator going on here. Sidekick has Nico at the top, followed by Love, followed by Pickens. Interesting. Let's see what we get. I would have liked Nico. All right, the noise went off. Could you hear it? Jeremiah Love at the top of the kick. All right, let's take Love. And then I'm very curious as to what we get re-rolled if we take him there. So we got Bijan, Love, Javonte gets snapped off there. I doubt this guy will go Javonte Pickens. Javonte Brees. So do we get Pickens? Yes. If we make it to week 14 and we lose, I will. I think I would take that outcome. So I will. Bijan, Love, and Pickens. Welcome to the team. Shout out Hillary Duff. Yeah, evergreen. Yeah, exactly. Easy. We don't need a reason. Go Easy Cards thought Star Trek had died. Well, yeah. The franchise is dead, but next gen is elite. We couldn't hear it. All right. I don't necessarily need it if I am a single table, if I'm streaming one, because when I have the chat, I can see my screen, so I can see the board too. But I do like it. Go Easy Cards. No, Star Trek can never die as long as there's TNG and Deep Space Nine. Hard agree. You know what's even? I promise no more Star Trek talk after this. Voyager, upon rewatch, is way better than I remembered it. When Voyager came out, I was like, this show stone cold stinks. And then rewatching it, I'm like, all right, this is actually not as bad as I remember. I'm in on Voyager, but yeah, DS9 and TNG are the best. When it's dead, may never die. Indeed. But yeah, gosh, the new stuff has been dreadful. Speaking of things we'll never see, the final 2 Game of Thrones books, they're just not happening. I remember being in Reddit forums about the books 10 years ago. No, 12 years ago, anticipating when Winds of Winter would come out, and it's just not happening. I've just accepted it. It's just sad. They butchered the end on TV, and now George R.R. Martin just wants to do anything but finish these books. All right, so we are coming up now. Sidekick has 4 running backs at the top of the kick. Gosh, there's no way Scatabo gets to us unless people are really fudding the injury stuff, which seems not real anymore. Tootin goes. Tootin's going to be a big riser. Tootin is going to keep rising. So Swift and Bucky at the top of the kick. I'll agree with Swift. Apparently I don't have any yet in a limb. So there we go. Got Bijan, Love, Swift, and then Pickens. Don't mind that. We'll see what Gully does. Will it recommend another running back? It does. Bucky Irving. Oof. Bucky is tough because I don't really even like Bucky. I just prefer Judkins a lot to him. That's my qualm, is I prefer Judkins to Bucky just from a player take perspective. Again, I don't mind taking a 4th running back. I'm going to do it. I'm just don't like Bucky as much as Judkins. Didn't like it when it was first released. DS9 is DS9 is fantastic. DS9 is very good. GM Chad, how are we doing? We're doing great. No Cat Mac. Yeah, Chud. I know. Now I can't unhear Chudkins. I think that's bad, especially in this. Bucky has to roll for floor, at least worries about the goal. So you think Bucky is better than Judkins? Are you saying taking Judkins was a misstep? George R.R. Martin can't write himself out of his own ending no one liked. I was there since the first book, loved every second till the seconds ran out. Yeah. And he talked about writing himself into a knot with the whole going over to Easteros. So yeah, I don't know. I had faith that he could do it, and I have no faith. Yes. Garrick is fantastic. Absolutely in on our favorite Taylor/Spy. Dr. One, the Professor, GM, tough start time for West Coasters, but try to hop in, hit the like, wish you all the well. We'll appreciate that, Dr. One, the Professor. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. Yeah, I know it is tough on the West Coasters. It is an early start, but appreciate all of you who watch, who get up early or watch on replay. Chud is a second down, 2-down guy. You mostly need bad offense to score more variance at least. Yeah. I guess I'm worried about Bucky being not too dissimilar. Like if he's really seeding the goal line stuff to Tucker, I guess he does get more involved in the passing game than Judkins does. So yeah, maybe he is worse in a limb. I guess I'm a little less afraid of like some kind of weird two-headed backfield than having a Gainwell in there as well. Just feels like it could be a little wonky. I said the Star Trek discussion was ending, and it's we're deep into it. But again, I'm okay as long as it's Garrick. Tyler thinks Bucky has a higher ceiling than Judkins because of the offensive environment. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I have some fears that Bucky was a little bit of a one-hit wonder. His body started breaking down on him. We all were really kind of leery about him. And then he had like one big breakout year. And kind of lurking in the back is some like stuff that he's going through off the field. So I don't know. I do have some concern about Bucky. Again, it was 50-50. I don't think Bucky was a bad pick. But I was willing to take Judkins a little past ADP. Again, if I'm taking 4 running backs, I'm okay with that. It was just more of a player take. Yeah, Stefan, I have not read it, or I have not watched. I watched the first season of House of the Dragon, but nothing after that. What's up, Chad? What's up, Jets Drop Bombs? Hope you're having a good one. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out. Frogclone thinks Gainwell's better than Bucky. I'm worried that the combo of Gainwell and Tucker are gonna like eat into a lot of his work. All right, Sidekick wants Drake May. I think I'm good with that. I think I'm good with Drake May. I would like a wide receiver here. I would be pretty happy. I don't know if the wide receiver I want is Marvin Harrison Jr. though. That's I got to be honest with you guys. I think I'm going to take Metcalf. I don't know. Do I have the courage to take Jalen Hurts at the top of the kick? All right, you know what? I'm doing it. Let's do it. Jalen Hurts. Let's see us wiggle out of this one. Let's see us. I really want to see how this is going to work. And I think a lot of you want to see this too. So again, the kick said to do it. We're in the content business. I think that's more interesting than playing it quote unquote safe. Let's see what what it's going to give us. I'm very curious. Yeah, Judkins or Bucky's tough. I lean Judkins because of the uncertainty. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. W for Omega. I feel like there's more uncertainty around Bucky. He's healthy, which is good, but there's still it's more than just that. There could definitely be regression risk in Tampa. I mean, I'm willing to chalk up a lot of that to Baker having that shoulder stuff, but Baker's had his ups and downs. We were all ready to say, okay, he's actually really good. But, I don't know. Yeah, I do need to watch House of the Dragon, Andrew Sutton. I am in on that. Baker is like my favorite QB, but just asking. I think it's fair to ask. We should be asking these questions. W4 Omega, they already had major regression with their injuries if the line of Baker and Igbuka and Godwin get hurt again. Well, yeah. If the entire offense gets hurt, the team is going to struggle. Crunches finds it interesting to sidekick hates JMO, ascending wide receiver on best offense in NFL. Probably wants me to take a rookie vertical wide receiver on a projected bad offense. Earmuff Shady. This sounds more like a issue for the projection team. I don't think Shady will be offended by this. This sounds more like a issue for Karain. But yeah, I like JMO. I'm pretty light on him, and partly again because I also don't get him much in the sidekick. Slap it up. Notes Frog Clone sidekicks about the running backs. Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm also really in on those running backs. Brian, I like those running backs in like any build. I like them if I'm going 0 RB to start, or if I already have 2 good running backs, like getting a third and feeling amazing about my running backs. So that to me is the bigger issue. We went May Hurts. We did it. JMO indeed can be a nuke. I like JMO. I like him. Not had Tate as top click, was there after yeah, but I took Ramondre. Yeah. Top click Thursday now. Well, you know what? For this a limb, Willis, we're gonna give it a go. I guess it's Friday. And yesterday we had Shady on the channel, which was awesome. We did do top clicking except for one pick where I went rogue. I couldn't help myself, but otherwise we did 3 drafts, 2 fully top click, 1 where I took Stafford over Kyler, and then Juwan Jennings like fell back to us, and I felt kind of dumb because I didn't keep the faith. Jaden Reed at the top of the sidekick here. Interesting to see what Tommy Demers does. He takes Laporta. Let's grab Reed. I think that makes a ton of sense here. We did need another running back. Gosh, I got to be honest, it would be hard for me to take Rachaad White ahead of one of these wide receivers. I really like Michael Wilson. All right. I said I was going to top click. I can't lose the faith now. Rachaad White, welcome to the crew. You do have to get weird sometimes. 100%. 100%. Frog Clone, pull up Tootin in the 4th, JMO in the 5th. Frog Clone, let me tell you, I don't think you're going to have to pull Tootin into the 4th soon. I think he's just going to start going there. Yeah. Burden or Devontae Adams? Burden for me, because A, I'm a slappy, and B, I'm kind of out on Devontae. I take him some, but he's not my favorite click this year. I want to be like 5-6% Devontae at most. Baker's already looking forward to being a Viking 2027. That would be really fun. Baker Jefferson stacks would feed families. Yeah, Brian's playing the Tampa touchdown regression to Otten. I mean, my God, Otten is one of my highest owned players. I don't mind the Otten stuff. We've seen spike weeks from Otten. If anyone gets hurt, Otten randomly turns into like, prime Gronk. Yeah. W for Omega Baker contract year sounds intriguing, especially with how nebulous the running game for the Bucs is. I don't think it's nebulous in terms that it's not going to be good, and it's just going to be a little unpredictable, I think. And it might just be the pie gets carved up in a really fantasy unfriendly way. But I think they'll be able to move the ball on the ground. Stefan thinks the Bucs could implode. Baker contract situation in his head. Yeah, it could. I mean, it could implode. I don't know about the like contract in the head stuff. I do feel like these are like world-class athletes. They can go out there and play. But yeah, there's definitely some implosion risk there. To be clear, it was recommending Tate over any running backs there. All the running backs were gone once I took JMO. Okay, that makes sense. I would have assumed it would have the running backs pretty high. First click Friday. I mean, you do one top click draft, and all of a sudden, hey, I think it's interesting to see what the Sims are saying for a limb. What are you going to do if the sidekick recommends a third QB later? Tiger uppercut. First click Friday, we first click. We can argue, we can yell, we can scream at the machine, but we are not disobeying it today. It is Friday. All right, we are coming up. Yeah, Kyler and Love are pretty high up. We might get a third QB. Yeah, why not? Cam Young minus 600 through 7. I think I checked him. Didn't he have like a... Yeah. Hold on. Romeo Dobbs at the top of the kick. We have Drake May. I think that's a sprint to the podium type of pick here for Eliminator, even if we didn't have Drake May. And now what does it want? Wow, Ferguson. Oh, Krosky Merritt. Oh, please don't take Ferguson. I didn't want to take Krosky Merritt there. I mean, I would have because that's the deal. But all right, Ferguson, welcome to the team. So we got a 2-5-3-1. Drake May, Jalen Hurts, Bijan, Love, DeAndre Swift, Quinshon Judkins, Rashad White, George Pickens, Jaden Reed, Romeo Dobbs, and Jake Ferguson. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, Cam Young, gosh, on fire. On fire. He should go there. He's that guy. I'm trying to think who are we talking about? Sorry, I missed that. Waiting to see the Debo price. Ooh. I shouldn't have read that out loud. Baker's a Steeler. Could be. Could be. I don't know why I have trouble envisioning that. Like real trouble envisioning Baker in black and yellow. Copy Paste Late asked me to rank Garrett Wilson, Waddle, Tet, and Ladd. Tet, Waddle, Ladd, Garrett Wilson, I think is my heart of hearts ranking. Willis, Baker and the Steelers to shove it down the Browns' throats 2 times a year. Yeah. I feel like he probably just doesn't want to go back to the misery that is the like AFC North life. It's just a lot of like dreary cold weather stuff. Yes, this is the sidekick. This is the sidekick. Depends on what you consider best. This team is sexy. Thank you, Tiger Uppercut. I agree. Frog thinks you have your QB of the future. I forget who's Frog Clone's team. I forget who that is. He's apparently Josh Allen. Who are we talking about? I missed that. Sorry. Brian says Garrett Wilson is far, far below anyone with a pulse. I think I had him ranked last. Oh my God. I struggle, Brian, with Garrett Wilson. I think he's super talented, but the situation is grim. He's a guy that I'm like, I don't want to have none of, but like if I ended up with none of, I'm not going to be like angry. Shady noting the sidekick and ETR's tool aren't really trying to do the same thing, I would guess, as I don't see anyone at the ETR top clicking drafts with it. Yeah. I really have no experience with the ETR tool, but that has been my my understanding too, is they're not designed the same way. Like Shady says, you don't see people just top clicking off of it. He should have been who Steelers lock in. Who are we talking? They're Drew Alar? Like what are we talking about here? Give me all the KC at these prices. I would have taken KC there, Mr. Concepcion. Baker as the Cardinals QB would have been fun too. That would be fun. I don't know why I feel like Baker's ready to live somewhere warm. Exactly. He's the answer to all the Steelers' prayers. Sidekick team will advance week 1. Let's hope. Let's go. This is fine. Loves it. He's all in on Drew Alar. Crutches says, I will say as a user of both ETR, top clicking seems to look better to traditional structure, but yeah, I think ETR is more of a ball-knowing company than sim builders, so they don't top click. Makes sense. All right, I can't see, but I'm assuming Debo is the click. Debo, welcome to the team. I thought he'd be at the top of the kick. In fact, I was not pulling up the board because I didn't want any of you animals to see Debo and steal him from me. So there we go. I know I'm saying I don't think he wants to go somewhere cold. I don't think he wants to change teams to a cold weather team, is what I'm saying. I am aware it doesn't get that cold in Tampa. We'll take Omar Cooper. Yeah, no, I'm saying I think he's done because he started in Cleveland. I don't think he wants to go back to that. Like, I don't know. He said Pittsburgh's his favorite city. There we go. Shows what I know. Shows what I know. Silva hates Arizona so much, and I see the vision. That's not hard to envision. I mean, Arizona could be a mess. It could be a complete mess. Tiger thinks the sidekick wants a tight end next. Let's see, does it? Oh my God, I hit the wrong button. Struggling here. Yes, it does. It does seem to, there's a sea of blue. So sidekick better for beginners, ETR for advanced, says still Bill Lutnick. Crutches disagrees, says it's two different things. But Shady says, I would be willing to bet a fair amount that they look at it that way because that's one of the constraints of their algo rather than it being emergent. Interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm somewhat curious as to does ETR's tool work for Eliminator? Because I would feel like one of the bigger edges in like the sidekick are these kind of contests where there's a great difference in like the advancement in the structure than like a typical like 14-week funnel. It does. Okay. Copy paste late sidekick is better overall, and especially for the average donk who has no clue what he's doing. The sims are objectively solid. Top clicks are optimal. No arguing without coping. There we go. There we go. Hashtag testimonials from copy paste late. Way too early for tight end, says Go Easy Cards. Indeed. Go Easy Cards famously doesn't believe tight end score points. It thinks it simply cannot happen. Jake Knapp, 2 over, has 16 feet for par on 16. He must miss. We need Jake Knapp to miss the cut. I hate rooting against people. You know, that is not my style, but my goodness, if Jake Knapp wants to miss the cut and take a nice, long, relaxing weekend, that would be very good for one and done. All right, the sidekick says, please, please, please take a tight end. I will agree. Dalton Schultz, welcome to the team. And now, what do we do? Is it going to put Ridley at the top? I'm worried about Ridley. He's getting bad camp buzz. People. I'm sorry. I think I might have to IKB this. I have grave concerns. I have grave concerns that Ridley's being phased out. Maybe I just read one article. But I might have to go to Wix. I might have to second click. This is not a me arguing with the Sims. This is me just player takey. I have worry about Ridley. I'm sorry. I'll take Wix. Yeah, I'm with you. It is vital. It is vital that Jake Knapp miss this putt. Shady says, again, not saying building a tool that builds teams in a way is bad or wrong. They're just different. Yes. Exactly. Yeah, they do different things. So it is a little apples to oranges. Crutches has a confession. McBride's my highest owned tight end. So why are you making me draft terrible tight ends when you're on stream with me? Go Easy Cards. Come on. Copy paste Slade says, I'm a ball knower and field player and still come to the same conclusion as the sidekick does myself, so it feels right. Honestly, sometimes it's a bit of horseshoe theory. Like the pure vibes and the pure math, you sometimes do reach the same conclusion, and that's not surprising. Yeah, Wix for the brand. Yeah, Wix is indeed for the brand play. Again, copy paste Slade. Thank you for joining the Wax Pack. Wix feels like a great best ball. Yeah, I hope so. I think Dr. One, the Professor, it's just, I see the vision for Ridley. I think his like Vegas total was like 750 yards or something. And that's, in round 15, I think you take that. So I have a lot of Ridley. I was on him on my own. I'm just, some of the camp stuff I feel like has been a little dicey on him, so I'm kind of backing off. All the projection sites endorse Ridley. Yeah, that's kind of how it works. Avoid zero. Exactly, because he's theoretically not a zero, but I don't know. I'm getting skeeved out. I'm getting skeeved out on him. Mike Clay has Ridley projected wide receiver 55 or 56. Ridley projection is just solid there. Yeah, exactly. Morning, CC Meg. Hey, Fanspeak Network. Morning to you. Fanspeak Network does awesome stuff. Meg is phenomenal. Appreciate you so much coming in, hanging out, Meg. Means a lot. Easy says, for what it's worth, I do make up some projections. Started much hotter on Ridley than I am now. I think you want to bet the under 7. I'm with you, Easy. I was pretty into Ridley. I mean, I think I have pretty high exposures, but I'm cooling off. I'm cooling off. All right, let's see. Jeremy Bernard at the top of the kick here. I don't mind Bernard. I mean, I'm fine getting there at this point. So let's grab Bernard. I'm curious to see what the kick wants us to do. Jaden Blue calling to me like the Green Goblin mask. He's been getting some positive camp buzz, but I will tie myself to the sidekick mast. Say take who it asked me to take, which I think will be Keenan Allen. So there we go. Keenan Allen, welcome to the crew. Knapp ran the putt 13 feet by. Could be a double. We love it. We love it. Ridley's wide. Yeah, see, I was of the camp that Ridley wasn't necessarily washed, but he had some bad injury stuff. The offense was fully dysfunctional. He may be washed. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Io Manor and DK, they had some like retreat with the receivers, and so I think Tate, Io Manor, and DK were like hanging out with Ward, and Ridley wasn't there. And sometimes these things mean absolutely nothing, but sometimes they mean a lot. I'm already trying to back off my exposure, so I don't know. Brian has 87% Keenan Allen. Dear God. I wish I had more. I've warmed up to Allen a lot. I thought he was going to retire, but I don't know. He's probably going to play somewhere and ruin one of my other picks. Ridley's current line is 574 yards. Okay. Yeah. I agree, copy paste late if he's going to actually get that. Just right now, I think I'm willing to potentially bet the under. Richard has almost none of Ridley, wrong side of 30, maybe the third or fourth option at best behind Wandale and Tate, not to mention Helm and Spears. Yeah, I guess I viewed him more as the backup who was going to be playing early, and maybe he gets phased out late. But if my 16th round pick has 6 weeks of solid production, I'm not actually mad about that. I'm okay with that. I'm worried we're not even gonna get that with him. So yeah. The wild one is Clay. Is Warren projected the same as Loveland? Also is low on crowd. Oh, I like Warren a lot. I just really, really like Loveland. Knapp double. Oh my gosh. We are so back. He's now 1 over on the tournament, 4 over on the day. You'll like to see that. 522 par 4 next. Yep. Yeah, they converted 2 of the par 5s into par 4s, I think. I want to say that was one of the holes. That was 17 was a par 5. So it is funny how like changing par from 5 to 4 makes the course seem harder. And it's like, it's the same hole. It's just, the par is a social construct. People love that. Titans led the NFL in 11 last year. I think they might run more 12 with bringing in Bellinger with Daboll. Yeah. If I bring up Daniel Bellinger, Centex will appear like a djinn and start telling me that I'm doubting him. To be clear, I have not taken Daniel Bellinger. That is a Centex special. If he is a smash, Centex deserves all the credit in the world. So I just want to make it clear. I am merely saying his name. I am not trying to summon Centex. Although Centex, you're welcome here. Centex is the man. But there was some confusion that I was touting Daniel Bellinger, and I have 0% of the guy. Yes, I think that's a two-sided market, Fantasy Pill. I think you can bet the under on that. Oh, Shady noticing Ridley's been recovering from a stomach bug. Okay. So maybe that I would be doing poorly in camp too with the stomach bug. All right, let's see. Mount Washington at the top of the kick, followed by the Kohler Vortex, who I think is the preferred nomenclature. Very tempting to just grab Charlie Kolar because it is a lot more fun. Booty been getting a little bit of can't buzz, or maybe that's just Buck St. Thomas retweeting everything. We will never know. But let's take Mount Washington. So there we go. There's our limb team. Do you think we're gonna make it? 2-5-8-3. So we only had 2 quarterbacks. May and Hurts. So again, early draft capital at QB. Bijan, Love, Swift, Judkins, and Rashad White. Wide receiver room: Pickens, Reed, Dobbs, Debo, Omar Cooper, Dontavian Wicks, Jerry Bernard, Keenan Allen. And then Ferguson, Schultz, Darnell Washington. I don't mind this team. This feels like the quintessential eliminator-ass team. Let's roll through chat. We can hop in one more draft. We'll see. Maybe we'll end with the BBM. I didn't even realize you were in this Chow Chow. Shady just multi-tabled his last 10 or whatever last one just filled. Well, maybe maybe this is the perfect time to enter a Chow Chow. Shady's completed him, so we don't have to go against him. That'd be kind of nice. GM, do you fraud clone? Easy was very afraid of a world where Shady knows why Calvin Ridley is missing practice and becoming too powerful. Ben Griffin bogey. It's all going our way. Jim's in the yeah. Well, if you were in the last 10 chow chows, it sounds like you are chow chowing with Shady. Brooklyn has 10 to go. Wait, how many likes do we have? Maybe that's what we'll do. Do we have enough likes to get to a chow chow? Do we have enough? What are we at? We have 36. Can we get to 42 for a chow chow? I'm gonna get through comments. If we don't get to 42 likes, I'm gonna enter a slow puppy, and we're gonna sit and wait till our pick is up. Copy paste laid. Yeah, you can bet no. If it's a two-sided market, then it's value. When it's just you can only bet the over, that doesn't help us at all. Yeah, 17 is the one they converted. Absolutely. The par 4.5 concept, but it's tough as a player. Makes sense. Yes, Cam Young, 6 birdies in a row. Dear God. Easy says, no. Just thinking of ways Ridley is on the field less than the calculator bros think he's locked for. Okay, sorry. See? If anytime I can misrepresent Easy's comments and just set him off, then I consider the day a win. Go Easy Cards likes his team. You're welcome. You're welcome, Go Easy Cards. Remember, if you're in a room with me and you win the contest and it was on stream, remember to tip your dealer. Daniel Bellinger feels like a Charlie Kolar-ass pick. It could be the Spider-Man meme. Stay Golden Pony Boy. I don't even know what that's from. Panthers trade. I mean, Ridley. Doesn't he have some wonky contract situation where he's kind of hard to get rid of? I feel like he's not going anywhere. Enter a Chow Chow. Maryland sees 44 likes. All right, I'll hop into Chow Chow. Let's hop into Chow Chow. Where are we at? All right, let's go. Chow Chow. Ooh, waiting for 10. I don't know if I have enough. Sway to fill a Chow Chow, but we'll see. We'll see. If people want to join, I'm waiting for 9, waiting for 8, waiting for 7. All right. Even in Indy, he's a good one to go after. Oh, I missed. Oh, you're talking about Ridley. I don't think Ridley can go anywhere. Nap, good drive. Well, hopefully his approach stinks. Make it 45. Make them work. Well, I hope people like the stream because they're enjoying watching. But yeah, again, appreciate all of you. If you haven't subbed, please sub to the channel. If you're gonna go back and watch an episode, the one with Shady yesterday was awesome. Again, shout out Shady. Thank you so much for taking the time, hopping in. It was really fun to get to talk to you. Chow Chow filling fast is great. Might have to let that one go by, but it's a good contest. Waiting for 2. Still time. Make them work. I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to max the Chow Chow. I'm trying to max the Badge Bros Brawl. I'm trying to max the Elim and BBM. And probably the main DK. I don't know if it's going to happen. Don't worry. I wasn't actually going to make you guys watch a slow puppy. 42, Pat Tillman. Oh, gosh. I know. What a legend. Underdog phone app so wonky. I'm doing 0. This contest filled, by the way. I appreciate all of you for filling this. Thank you. It's from the Outsiders. Shoot. I don't know. They've been filling in 10 minutes. Okay. Now we stall. Without any stream pull. Okay, yeah, well, 10 minutes is reasonable. 10 minutes is reasonable. Real ones max this already. This is my first one. This is what I get for not doing BBM last time when you wanted it. I get booted out of real ones status. I see how it is, goods. Yosh, get in. Yosh. I don't think Yosh made it in. No, this is a Chow Chow. This is a Chow Chow. Defending Chow Chow Champ Shady. Put some respect on his name. There you go. Shady, winner of last year's Chow Chow. Sidekick deniers in utter shambles. I mean, oh my God. Just multi-table. I can't multi-table on stream. I become bad at both drafting and streaming at the same time. I only want to be bad at one of those at a time. I'm working with Frog, can't do it. All right. No, we get it, Yosh. Don't worry about it. Looks like cut between 3 and 4. All right. I haven't pulled up data golf today. No, of course, Yosh, I wasn't planning to do a Chow Chow, but then, I'm easily persuaded by chat. Chow Chow teams like one of their 3, 5, or 10 max contests. Somewhat surprised they made it 15. I like that they made it 15. Because there's not a huge functional difference. If you want to only be in for 10, you don't feel like, oh, I can't win or something like that. And a lot of people are multi-tabling and slow draft helling, and it just, the more the merrier. All right, Jonathan Taylor, welcome in to the Chow Chow. Yeah, I probably have to hop after this one. I am, everyone in the house is getting sick. I am coming down with a sore throat. The kid got sick first, followed by my wife, followed by me. And it's starting to get to me. 12% nap to make the cut. Sounds like he's a lock now, Crutches. That's because we need him to MC. And he's Giga Chalk and we're not on him. Not so narrow cast. Can't believe how busy your chat streams are now. I miss the days when you'd give each comment 30-second analysis. I know. I mean, it is seeing the channel get bigger. It's been amazing. But you know what? Not so narrow cast. I need to do more members only because they're still more like the OG streams. But again, I'm just, it means so much that so many people want to hang out and rip these drafts and chat and whatever the future brings. I'm glad to have so many people who want to come hang out. What contest do we think the Frenchie will be? I want a Frenchie playoff best ball contest, Brian the Goober. Give us playoff best ball in July. I want it. I want it. I don't think they're going to do it, but that's what I want. Frenchie, but playoff best ball. Wow. Chase Brown is in the depths of Narnia on this. That is so interesting. How much Chase Brown do I have? 8% versus 13 Achan. I'll take Chase Brown just for portfolio diversification. I get a ton of Achan. Really interesting Achan was that high here. But we'll grab Chase Brown. I wanted a running back. I knew that. Had to post. Yeah. We will see. Forgot today's Friday. I know. It's Friday. Just wants a standard contest. Playoff best ball. I can't get Ken Walker at 14. Yeah, going at 13 is aggressive, but I get it. I mean, you're not getting him at 36. Yeah, Jefferson Barkley for Crutches. Myself. Again, SMV. Which one of you is this? I asked this earlier. I know you're here. I know you're here, SMV, and I should know because you've identified yourself in chat. Quarantine and draft all day. Unfortunately, the home front does not allow that. I would be that I could. The Ricky and Brazel stuff makes you rethink heavy exposures or scare money don't make. No, it doesn't. It's a cost of doing business, Mr. Brad. I'm fine getting overweight, and if that's what burns me, that's what burns me. I mean, it could just happen in season. Last year I had tons of Scatabo, and then he got hurt. Would I, if we could re-roll the season, with new injury luck, I would have done the same thing. Just how it goes. As an Achan fan won last year, I do not respect the rec this year. I still think he'll be fine. He came out and said he wanted to lead the league in rushing this year. The Dolphins are going to run so darn much. It's just that I'm already twice the field on him. that I broke the tie to like overall portfolio. But again, maybe because I'm not going to do 15 Chow Chows in all likelihood, I should have grabbed him there, but we'll see. Should still get a chance. The sidekick really wants another running back. But Jeremiah Love at pick 32. All right. I know we're all scared of the Cardinals because James Conner is apparently like going to be a thing, but I think wiser heads will prevail. I think we'll be good. Go Easy Cards wants a Frenchie Marathon Eliminator. X of the entire field is gone. That's kind of fun. But I wonder, would it just be all the same team at the very end? Wouldn't it be like some kind of mass culling effect? I don't know. I can't decide if I love this idea or I hate it. I think I like it, though. Yeah, playoff best ball in July. The people want it. Brian wants super flex of rookies and sophomores. Yeah, rookies and sophomores. If they don't do playoff in July, rookies and sophomores, because it's not going to happen on its own. So maybe as a Frenchie. Yeah, I know. It wasn't a bad play in Ricky Pearsall. Because he never got hurt in college. It was just he got to the NFL and like everything went wrong. I don't know. Yeah, I know. Player wants to do well. I know. The talk is meaningless. Yeah, but he's saying it, you know? He's saying it. Night B noting injuries happen. Yeah, I mean, it's the game we play. Yeah, Love at 32. I'll grab that. I'll grab that. Crunch is noting he's all good. Big part of the offense. Now he's the focal point of defenses too. Well, yeah, but like rushing QBs do open lanes for running backs. So I'm willing to think that, you know, defenses having to protect against Willis taking off and design runs for him, and you know whatever. Wow, Etienne also. Do we really do it? All right, Travis Etienne. Let's do it. Quad running back start. The advanced structure of this, I think, is like BBM. Yeah, 2 of 12, 2 of 8, 2 of 8, 58 seat final. So for our purposes of getting out alive, 2 of 12. There we go. There we go. But yeah, I don't know. I could see H-Chan like still being pretty darn good here. Lowest scoring teams eliminated each week, even if you have the highest total going in, it would be insane. Oh. This God, I don't even know. I think this is fun. It sounds fun. It sounds really kooky. It sounds like the winner would just be like the luckiest team. The substation. The substation comes for us all trying to Charlie line of scrimmage. Ask not for who the substation buzzes. The substation buzzes for the Go Easy Cards are the entire field up and down. No, I get it now. I get it. Go Easy Cards. Sounds like this perfect thing to DM to Numi. Message Hope and Numi with this. Faded birdie from Nap. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Mr. Brad also wanted rookies and softs. Thought about it. There's enough QB to go around. I have not thought about it. I do remember like months ago, people said like it would be really hard. Yeah. Crutcher says true, and I would imagine defenses would want to force Willis to beat them with his arm. Yeah. And if he can't, then yeah, it will be kind of a nightmare. But if he's like marginally competent, it could actually be good. I don't know. It could be Giga Cope. I mean, I'm double the field on HN, so I actually believe this stuff, but I could be super wrong. Go Easy Cards asking, how did your head feel about spending 2 hours with Shady yesterday? Smarter. I mean, Shady's awesome. I'm glad I got to do it. Like I feel fortunate like that I can have a platform where people want to come on and chat. So I feel lucky, Go Easy Cards, and I'm lucky I get to do this with all of you. I get to chat with you too. I felt the same way. I'm glad I have someone like Go Easy Cards that wants to come on and talk about this stuff. All right, let's do Tate. We need to catch up at wide receiver, and Tate certainly is a swing for the fences. So there we go. Here we go. Let's look at our friends and family. Crutches, Jefferson, Saquon, Higgins, Waddle. So we will see where he goes. More of an anchor running back build. Again, running back dried up pretty heavily here. Go AZ Cards. He's got CMC, Henry, Flowers, Evans, and Adams. So he did not choose to double up the Henry, Flowers with Lamar Jackson. QB the King. He's gone Allen Daniel. So something to keep an eye on. Elite QB went a little early in this room. Crutches adds Lamar Jackson to the mix. See what the marathon does. This is one we're going to IKB. I'm just, again, this is a Parker Washington channel. Gosh, he's not even on here. The leg up folks, the projections people just are out on Parker. I'm sorry. I'm in on Parker. I love Parker Washington. They can pretend I clicked on BTJ. This is my bet for Jags wide receiver 1. I'm doing it. I'm sorry. Fantasy Football Garage, GMTU. Hope you're having a good one. Not so narrow cast. To me, having over 25% with a month to go is too risky. I don't know that it is. You know what? It just depends on your risk profile. Not so narrow cast. I am willing to have a bad season at the cost of potentially smashing on a player take that I really believe in. Like, ticking across the bottom is 32% Malik Willis. Like, he could get tackled from behind and tear his ACL week 1. Like, I mean, and I'm going to have a below average season, like, immediately if that happens. But I think he's grossly underpriced, and I think that's, God willing, that doesn't happen. And I think the upside outweighs it. But yeah, it depends on your, that's like, to me, a risk tolerance question versus like having an overall, like, you should or shouldn't do this. If you're willing to accept the risk, then I think it's fine. If not, yeah, P-Wash, there we go. They're getting, well, we'll see. We will see. Ben Griffin Bird, but needs more to get inside projection cut. Hopefully no. Spawn nuking. Spawn was my second choice for one and done, so I'm not surprised he's nuking. I was in on JJ Spawn this week. We'll see. Would you rather have 100% of Parker Washington or 100 at cost Parker? If you could just teleport them onto my team, I mean Ted McMillan. But at their draft cost, Parker Washington in round 6 versus McMillan, or give me Parker Washington. Jaden Reed at the top of the thing. Well, we do want to listen to the kick. That's just one where I was IKBing. And again, trading out one Jags receiver for the other at the top of the kick. I think we were spiritually aligned, if not in practice. Best Ball on Call. Good stuff. Keep them more. Hey, thanks, Best Ball on Call. Means a lot. Thanks so much for Best Ball on Call, one of the day ones. Thank you so much, Best Ball on Call. Yeah. Oh. The Decky made cut streak graphic. You're in trouble, my friend. I rostered Xander Schauffele at Torrey Pines, and I think it was 72 made cuts in a row, and they were touting that graphic, and he missed the cut. So I got no dollars from Xander Schauffele. Pretty impressive to do that in one and done. I don't know if I'm going to get to 100% Parker Washington, but we will be overweight. Yeah. I'm just saying, Joel, these horrible outcomes can happen. These horrible outcomes can happen to us, and we just have to be willing to accept them. All right. We are coming back up. Mahomes, interestingly, at the top of the kick versus T-Law, despite the stack. Crutches had him 61st place in a 70-person Siggy, so close. Yeah, he had a weird season, Xander. He was not what you normally expect. Wow, Mahomes still at the top of the kick. It's hard for me here. Again, I have 22% Mahomes. I do want to get my T-Law. I'm up. I only have 6%. I hate that. I want to be overweight on T-Law and I'm underweight. I'm sorry. I'm taking T-Law on this particular iteration. This is, again, a couple more portfolio stands. But in a vacuum, at cost, I think I prefer Mahomes to Lawrence. But I think I got to take T-Law. Yeah, Purple Yosh was at the Rocket Mortgage. Says it was wild seeing these golfers IRL. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I've been to the Waste Management a few times. I went to the BMW in 2017 when it was at Caves Valley in Baltimore. and I mostly followed around. I wanted to see like everybody, but I spent a lot of time in a Cantlay, Bryson, Rom group, and it was pretty sweet seeing those guys off the tee just hit it 50 miles down the course, just absolutely bombing it, especially Rom and Bryson. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see the golfers in real life. And the BMW was awesome because like everybody good was there. Purple Yosha is very much acting like someone who's never been to a Pete. As long as you don't talk loudly, you're good. Crutches says, friendly reminder from ETE that QB 7 to 17 is legit. A 10 fantasy point cap on the entire season. Click wherever you want. There we go. If you need a permission structure, we have it. Yeah, not rude or an awe. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like the sound it makes when they like hit their driver is not like when you're duffing it with your friends at the local dog track. It's pretty cool. Second lip out for Decky. You hate to see it. What is Decky at? What is Decky's at 1 under on the day. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. I don't even want to say what I just saw happen. We might we might be losing Crutches here. I don't know. He 3-putted from 13 feet. I enjoy watching the Crutches golf videos. I'm sorry about Decky. All right, we are on the clock. Harold Fannin at the top of the kick, at the top of the ADP. Gosh, there's no ADP value, you animals. It's pick 104, and I'm getting at someone at pick 103.1. Oh my God. All right, we'll take Harold Fannin. I'm like, oh, Shady's done with this. Let's get in some quote unquote easier rooms, and it is so sweaty. Yeah, the 3M is the Waste Management Open rather is pretty elite. Go Easy Cards. I went this year. We should have coordinated. We should have met up there. I don't know why I didn't reach out to you before. That was on me. I mean, I was also oh no, I was gonna say I went 2 years ago with the kiddo, but he was literally like 6 months old or whatever. And so he fit in the stroller and slept the whole time. So it was different. I would not bring a 3-year-old because he would just start yelling at inopportune times. Go Easy Cards is an old ass team. Who do you have? CMC, Henry, Flowers, Evans, Devontae, Warren, Sutton, Godwin, Pittman. You were not lying. This is an old ass team. Yeah, Crutches, you are running very, very poorly in this. Not autoing Stafford because of tilt. It is going from bad to worse. Not so narrow cast. Stick to 25% mass exposure. This isn't crap. It's building a good diversity. I would argue it's building. I would disagree. Not so narrow cast. Your goal is to win a contest, right? Like I'm not going to win because I had an above average advance rate. I'm going to win because I ship something. And if I think in order to ship, there's a guy who's going to be the shipper, I will just go nuts. To me, sometimes the portfolio stuff can be a little bit of a trap because you don't win any money from winning the portfolio. You win because one team went like subatomic on you. All right, let's take Concepcion. We've got a little bit of a bet on Cleveland. I'm going to pass on Kyler. I think I'm interested in getting a couple more quarterbacks later, potentially on this team. So that's my only pushback on that. As far as I want to realize my edge when I have the right player take. Noisy Cards, that would have been awesome. Could have stayed with my brother who lives a few miles away and have a bus pickup. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was my bad. I should have reached out. Mr. is just getting his morning started and asked where Debo's been going. I got him at pick like 150 in the first draft. He has not gone in this one. And I honestly forget where he went in a limb. I don't remember. I actually may have even been the one who got him. So I think he went around 150, but I think he's going to be going earlier and earlier. We should have kept an eye on that. Yeah, an experienced team. Yes. Yes. Plus a ton of mini stacks. There we go. He didn't take Matt Stafford, though. He didn't get Stafford on his team. We'll never know why. Oh, God. Let's see. Mr. Knapp. What's Mr. Knapp? Oh, Mr. Knapp put a dart in on 9 or on 18. So he will be getting back to even, but we don't want it. We don't want to see that. Of course, Mr. All right, we are coming up. Pick 128. We got a 1441. And a sidekick is a little bit of a hodgepodge between receivers and tight ends here. We'll see what the room gives to us. Who go AZ cards and seed Meister take? Yeah, nothing is allowed to go. Tommy is going to win the St. Jude, and all will be right with the world. Go AZ cards takes Malik Willis because I'm not allowed to have anything I love either. It's fine. I did want Malik Willis on my Chow Chow team. It's the way she goes. All right, let's see what Vino Pastavino takes. I don't know why we had Vivi in there. He takes Coker. Sidekick wants Shakir. I'm inclined to agree. There's a pretty decent clump of tight ends here. I'm fine taking Shakir. What was Sherman's biggest exposure last year? IDK, but he's my draft. He did 57 BBMs. So it might be wonky because it's easier to get kind of weird percentages with that. But I don't know. I don't actually know what his highest one was. Yosh says we will see what Sidekick says, but I have enough Debo with his old price. I think, yeah, I'm with you, Yosh. People were talking about him going in the 120s. I have no interest in him at the 120s. I think the highest I would take him is into this 140s, this Hunter, Cooper, McMillan range. I would rather take Shaheed, Diggs, Shakir, Coker over him right now. Maybe not Coker, but Mr. Fisher, I hate you, says Go AZ Cards. That's not very nice. Yeah, we want to know. Marilyn wants to know, Yosh, where do you think Debo should go? Yeah, Tua. Dear God, this is fine. I ordered a Tua jersey on draft night when the Dolphins got him. Didn't go well. Gambled on Andrews and the guy with Josh Allen skips Kincaid. I would have taken Kittle there too. I would have also taken Kittle. I don't think you played that wrong. QB the king though. It's getting loose. Getting loose. Let's see what the marathon does. Daniel Jones would be kind of nice. He would pair with Taylor. We have a week 17 with a bunch of Cleveland stuff. He takes likely. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take Daniel Jones. So there we go. So we have a 2-4-5-1. T-Law, Danny Dimes, Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown, Jeremiah Love, Travis Etienne, Carnell Tate, Parker Washington, Jaden Reed, Casey Concepcion, Khalil Shakir, and then Harold Fandon. I like the team. The real question is where the heck does and should Stribling go? I don't know what to do with him anymore. Is he just back where he was? Like Frodo from here to there and back again? I'm a little curious as to what to do. Joel, we talked on this earlier. Go AZ Cards has some cockamamie scheme. Brian the Goober suggested maybe rookies and sophomores, and I want playoff best ball. That's the TLDR. Debo around Hunter. Yeah, that's where I am. That's where I am too. Easy has Stribling a little lower than before, but about the same. That seems right. I mean, trading Pearsall for Debo, to me, that seems like potentially a net benefit. I can't imagine Debo is anything like 100% route participation. Like, I feel like he's going to be, I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. But I just envision 2026 Debo is out there like 55% of the snaps. Again, could be way off. Mr. Brad, Pearsall is gone, but Stribling doesn't rise, and Debo barely does. Debo is rising, Mr. Brad. It just hasn't been fully reflected yet. It's not quite priced in. I think he didn't go yet. Where is he? Well, we'll see. I'm confused. No, Debo did go. Debo did go. I just missed it. He went at 142 to Mr. Fisher. I got confused with all the misters in the chat. Got a little tripped up there. All right, Omar Cooper at the top of the kick. Brenton Strange shortly after him. I'm going to take Strange just because, again, we took T-Law kind of out of order. We're going to lean into the stack. I'm pretty into Brenton Strange. I like this Parker Washington Strange T-Law situation I have brewing on the team. And I think I will get one of these wide receivers to fall back to me. Maybe not. I'll feel kind of dumb if I don't, but I'm going to risk it. Debo signing more bullish for Stribling. $7 million a year signals no desire. I'm telling you, he doesn't want to run anymore. Dr. One, the professor. I agree. He's not going to be running out of the backfield. He doesn't want to do it. Yeah, not so narrowcast. You definitely, if you have these takes, can bet bet their props. I don't feel like that's wrong. But again, it just depends how you view your best ball portfolio. Yeah, Mac Nova, Ontario, and Alberta lost it too. That's kind of a big bummer. I really like Alberta. Like Banff and Jasper and Canmore are just beautiful up there. And you used to be able to draft, and now you can't. Sucks. Oh, I meant in your head if you said Stribling should go back to where he was and Debo only up to the Omar Hunter range. Yeah, I'd have to think about that. Honestly, I feel like it's probably good for Mike Evans. I feel like this is like all very good for him. Like he's like the sneaky winner of all of this. But you know, I don't think people want to bump him up any higher because he's got his own problems. See what the marathon does. I would happily take Stribling here though. I think at 161. The sidekick likes it. I'm fine with that. Let's grab Stribling. Some of us are trying to drink wine and draft chippers at 10 a.m. Oh my God. Just living the dream. Just living the dream. Gensu, first of all, good morning, says the wide receiver 2 for the Niners should be in the top 120. I just worry that we have a couple of like wide receiver 2.5s, like that Stribling and Debo are going to be somewhat annoying. Mix in a lot of stuff with Kittle. I mean, I would say Kittle might be your wide receiver 2 at the end of the day. So I don't know. That's where I'm at. If I thought Debo was like Debo of 2 years ago, I would be windmilling him in. I'm just not sure that's what we're getting. Yeah, I didn't know you were in Alberta, but that sucks, man. It really stinks. I love it up there. Mac Nova approves of your morning. Yeah, I mean, Go Easy Cards approves of Mac Nova's morning. It's the dream. I mean, it's like the meme of like the people in the church, in CMCs in the rafters. You might be right, Mr. Worth. That's always the answer. Just more Christian McCaffrey. More Christian McCaffrey. Jake Knapp did make his birdie. For those of you also sweating along. Decky has 14 feet to get back to save Crutch's mental health here. Hunter is the Jags wide receiver 3.5, though. I have Debo right behind Dobbs, KCC, and Stribs in that Omar Hunter range. Yeah, again, I kind of want like a bunch of these guys. Surely his body's good for another 400. Didn't you see the clips of him crawling along the ground? He looked like he was in a horror film. That was at the beginning of camp. Imagine where he is now. Aaron Rodgers gets taken there. This is another player take thing for me. I like AD Mitchell. I think I'm good to grab him over Bernard. I'm pretty into AD Mitchell this year, so I'll take him there. We'll see where we end up, but that was again. I have a lot of Jeremy Bernard on a lot of different teams. My one and done is Chris Goddard. Go Easy Cards. Chris Goddard is my guy. So kind of annoying. JJ Spawn was also available. I liked him, and I don't think I'm going to get to use him. I thought he made sense here. Goddard is kind of stuck in neutral. But yeah, fading Koiven as well. Nothing matters. Decky, fading Koiven mostly, but Spawn, Ben Griffin, and Knapp too. Yeah. Well, let's hope he makes the cut. Let's hope he makes the cut. We don't want minus 50K. Mr. Brad, I'm not buying Roman Wilson, Buzz. I'm not buying that buzz, but I am trying to not get crazy on Jeremy Bernard. I'm sure, not so narrowcast, that there's someone scraping Twitter for all these takes. And as Davis calls it, best ball Palantir. Like, you can see everyone's exposures, like, when the contests start, or like you can see everyone's big board exposures. I try to show mine as much as possible. I mean, I have my top exposures ticking across the bottom, and the sidekick shows exposures. I'm more than happy to reveal my stance. Oh, good golly. Good golly. All right, let's see the marathon. Marathon has no reason to take Geno other than wanting a third QB, but we'll see if he does. He's got Drake May and Cam Ward. I would like Geno on this team. That was partly why we took Tua. That was a purple jump scare. I don't know if you need to take Tua at pick 184 right now, but hey, maybe he gets up there. Let's take Geno. Let's get a third QB. And now, yeah. Frog doesn't understand the Rome and Wilson stuff because half the Steelers I follow say awful. Now he's been turning heads. Maybe turning heads to find the ball as it clanks off of his fingertips. Yeah, Best Ball Palantir is the best name for BBMDB, 100%. That is a Davis Maddock original. I claim no credit. Spawn double. Yes, let's go. Yeah, don't draft Roman Wilson. What do you mean go nap? No nap. Go nap. What did he do? Hopefully something bad. Well, he did kind of hit a good drive on one. And the back nine is easier. Just don't fight for the cut, man. For the cut. Take the week off. Take the week off, Jake Knapp. Go Easy Cards wanted Geno is going to backstack with Mason Taylor. Why are we talking about Mason Taylor in 2026? It's over. Oh, we're rooting against him. We're fading Jake Knapp. A lot of people high up in one and done use Jake Knapp. Want a shirtless guest while I approve time? I am about to hop off, Emo. But if you want to come on for the very end, you can. I'm just debating. I'm debating if I should ask you to put a shirt on. But yeah, if I had time for one more, I'm about to hop. Let's do something next week though. No, I appreciate it. I wish I could keep going, but I do have to hop after this. I'm also like getting sick, and my throat is in shambles. All right, how do we want to land the plane? Big Ted Hurst at the top of the kick. I haven't heard anything about Hurst in camp, but I will listen. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna take Keenan Allen if I can click on him. I'm not gonna get him, am I? Too slow. All right, we got Allen. Yeah, I would like to get this number up. I have a lot of Ted Hurst. I think Keenan Allen could be pretty fun. So let's grab him. I don't know where he's going, but he's not going to be at pick 209 when he signs. Yeah, Emo is going to Austin. Not done with work. Waiting on a plumber. It's never good. Never good. Go Easy Cards. When I am done with this team, tons of mini stacks, different build. Take a look. I wish it was BBM. Yeah, it's only a chow chow. It's a mere chow chow where you can win 50K. That would be terrible. I know. I would have had Emo if I wasn't like literally wrapping up the stream. I would. Emo is always welcome. It's all that experience. It's the experienced team. Let's see what we got. We got Fannin and Strange. The sidekick wants Stowers, Washington, and the Kohler Vortex. Of any of these guys, we'll see. We will see. Ted Hurst, of course, does make some sense. I do like the idea of Stowers. Stowers would be kind of fun. Yeah, none of these running. I mean, again, we're going to end with 4 running backs, but I think with these 4, we're more than okay with that. Yeah, next week. Frog, my last pick is dedicated to the truthers. Hop in Toxic Tower for much shirtless cameos. I mean, that's the place to be. make sure to sub to the tower. I'm sure most people here are sub to the tower, but I did not max the $1 or $3 content. I would have been doing it purely to like juice my drafting numbers. I'm gonna take Stowers. I like that. Week 17 seems good. I mean, at round 18, we'll take that. So that'll wrap this team. T-Law, Danny Dimes, Geno Smith, Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown, Jeremiah Love, Travis Etienne, Carnell Tate, Parker Washington, Jaden Reed, Concepcion, Shakir, Stribling, A.D. Mitchell, Keenan Allen, and then Fannin, Strange, and Stowers. I like this team. Mostly sidekick. We disobeyed a few times, but again, I think we were mostly spiritually aligned. Cam Young is nuking. He was the odds-on favorite, and he is crushing today. It's done in his backup queue in case I get sniped. Oh my gosh, he took Mitchell Evans. Hey, appreciate you, Emo. Have a safe travels to Austin. Tell everyone I say hello. My most interesting team. All right. All right. Once Frog Clone, I didn't even know you were in the room. Right, that shows what I'm. You know, I get distracted. I'll review everyone's team and then I'll hop. Let's see. Frog Clone, what'd you do? 2, 5, 7, 3. I wonder if you would have taken Stowers at the end. No, probably not because you already had enough QBs. All right. Frog Clone, 2, 6, 7, 3. Hurts and Mahomes. Gibbs, Tootin, Monungai, Aaron Jones, Jaden Blue, Kalen Black. Yeah, I mean, black and blue writes itself. Neighbors, Rice, JMO, Lemon, Diggs, McMillan, Trey Tucker, like all these guys, and then Kelsey, Sadiq, and Otten. Yeah, this is a pretty good team. Don't really have much to add. I like it. Is Mr. Fisher in here? Is Mr. Fisher hanging out? Well, let's see. Because there's a Mr. Fister, but I don't know if that's Mr. Fisher. Go AZ Cards. 4-4-6-4. Malik Willis, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, Mendoza. Okay. CMC, Henry, Warren, Gainwell. I don't mind that. Flowers, Evans, Devontae, Sutton, Chris Godwin, Pittman, and then Schultz, Dulcich, Mayer, Evans. I mean, honestly, for a 4-4-6-4, I like it. I like it. So there we go. I don't hate it. It's kind of fun. Crutches. Who's SMV? It's one of you. You got to say who you are, though. 3-5-7-3. Lamar Jackson, Matt Stafford, Bo Nix, Saquon, Harvey, Hubbard, Algier, and Tucker. I like that one. Jefferson, Higgins, Waddle, Tyson, Cooper, Williams, Ted Hurst, and then Kittle, Kincaid, and Terrence Ferguson. I mean, it was a happy little accident. You got Stafford because you ended up with Ferguson, which is kind of fun. I'm in. Yeah, great stream. Remember to yeah, appreciate you. Chris G, appreciate you too. I hope to see you at the dog bowl. I hope there is a dog bowl. I'm it sounds like everything should be full go, but let's see. Mac Nova PSA odds on favorite only applies to favorites who are minus money, not plus 10,000 or plus 1,000 favorites like Cam Young. I did not know I had to be that precise with odds on favorite. I just assumed it was the lowest on the odds board. So I learned something. It was a fun draft. Yeah, you join these stream drafts, good things happen. Good stream. All QB stacked with their tight end, running back stacked with wide. I mean, look at you. Look at you. Appreciate you, Emo. New contests are live. Oh, there we go. Yeah, well, me too. Me too, Frog Clone. But you know what? I appreciate all of you. No hangovers. No hangovers. In-flight Wi-Fi. I wasn't hungover. The denial. All right, everyone. I will be back Monday. We will be streaming before Best Ball Breakfast and the So You Think You Can Tout finale. If you can, drop a like, drop a sub, leave a comment. Consider joining the Wax Pack. Again, big shout out to Copy Paste Lade. Thank you so much for your support. But everyone, this was a ton of fun, and I will see you all Monday. Take care, everyone.